from Antetokounmpo. The long wait has ended after a half century. The Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
I wanted to do it here in the city. I wanted to do it with these guys. Did it.
Oh yeah, you strut, Giannis. The man dropped a 50 burger, and the Bucks are champs for the first time in 50 years.
Oh, he looks nice.
Woo! So give the man his flowers. We're going to break down everything that went into this historic 6-game performance. We've also got Dallas Mavericks head coach Jason Kidd stopping by. We're going to dig into the archives.
Don't quick bounce up before the reverse.
Look at that, Richard. Look at young Richard. So don't walk, don't run. High step yourself into the living room because the jump is in Milwaukee, and we tip off now.
Welcome to the Jump, presented by Credit Karma.
It was nice.
There was no need. That just showing off.
Welcome indeed to the Jump. We are live from Milwaukee. One more day in what is now being called the City of Champions, thanks to the 2021 NBA champion, Milwaukee Bucks. First time this city has had this trophy in 50 years. And look, guys, they're already changing the side of the building.
Mm-hmm.
They know what's up,
they're
right?
ready. They got to work quick. They would have done it last night if it wasn't chaos out there.
I'm Rachel Nichols, so happy to be at Gather in the Deer District one last time with my friends Kendrick Perkins, Richard Jefferson, just a couple of NBA champs here to talk to you about the NBA championship that was won last night. And guys, we got to start with Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? I mean, my Lord, the newest Finals MVP, two-time regular MVP, made sure that Bucks in 6 would come true, scoring 50 points, tying the most in a Finals clincher ever. He made 17 of his 19 free throws, people.
That's what it is.
Finally sitting atop the world as an NBA champion, and everybody was shouting out Giannis, including LeBron, Steph, the great Bill Russell, amongst so many other peers and contemporaries. Last night's celebration was so incredible, and Giannis got to share a moment with his brother Thanasis, who was, of course, in COVID protocols, could not be with the team on the bench, but they had a pretty great IG Live. Did you guys catch this? Take a look.
Yeah, I'm gonna come see you.
Hey, I love you.
Hey,
I love you.
I love you, bro. I love you, bro. Two things.
I'll come to the hotel. I'm coming. I don't care. I'm coming.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you are not. I'm not opening the door. I'm not. Hey, two things.
I'm ready.
Oh my God.
Like it is in the night. I'm a champion. Nobody can take this away. I'm a champion.
Nobody.
Champion.
It's just amazing, and it didn't stop. First of all, he brought the trophy and the MVP trophy home, slept with it in his bed.
Yeah, get weird with it.
Poor Mariah is having to just, right?
Get weird with it.
This morning, he didn't stop. They went to a drive-thru at Chick-fil-A. He brought the trophies in the back seat with him and talked to fans as they went. Take a look.
And you buckle them up.
Can I have a 50-piece? Sorry, I will put you. Can I put your camera? Do you mind or no?
Sure.
There's 150,000 people watching you right now.
Really?
Yes. So can I have please a 50-piece Mac Minis, 50 exactly, not 51, not 49, chicken minis, yes, 50, and let me have a large drink, no ice, half Sprite, half lemonade.
She's loving life right now.
Absolutely.
I mean, this was amazing.
Not 49, not 51. A 50-piece.
He was so sweet, too. He was talking about how the reason he brought the trophies with him in the car is because he was worried it was a dream. And every time he touches the trophy, he knows it was real. But he's still worried that he's going to wake up and this will all be a dream and it will still be the morning of Game 6. So incredibly sweet. I really love the moment with Thanasis, guys.
Yeah.
Thanasis, they live together. This whole family lives together in a house here in the Milwaukee area. Thanasis and he are, of course, both members of the Bucks. Their younger brother won a title with the Lakers last year. So congratulations to the whole Antetokounmpo family. And Perk, what statement do you think Giannis made in terms of getting respect and just sort of the appreciation around the league for what he was able to do with 4 straight to win this title?
Well, the thing has always been, right, when is Giannis going to get over the hump, or when is he going to get it done when it matters the most? Well, last night and in this playoff series, he did just that, right? Being down 0-2, coming back and winning 4 straight. But last night, how he did it in great fashion, right? Dominating on the offensive end in the paint, getting in his bag and not afraid to get to the free throw line, I thought was huge. But on the defensive side of things, the way that he anchored the defense, and I know we could talk about those 5 blocks that had so much meaning behind it, but I was impressed about how he switched those pick and rolls and were able to keep the guards in front of him. He made a huge statement last night that, hey, I'm one of the best players in the NBA. And when you talk about Kevin Durant, you talk about LeBron James, make sure you talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I got his last name right on the first try, by the way.
There you go, Kendrick Perkins. It's a banner championship day for everyone, Richard. Look at that.
No, first of all, I just want to say, shout out to Thanos. I know how tough that is to not be there. Thanasis, I apologize.
So he's pronouncing the names right.
Yeah. And I love that we're going to call out everybody today on any mistake on take 2 of the opening. Thanks, Rachel.
Yes.
Thanks, Rachel. So my point is this. When you look at the energy that he brings on the sideline, I can't imagine what it's like to be in the hotel and not to be able to be there. But you are a champion. Both your brothers are a champion, and that is an amazing feat. Congratulations.
It's very, very cool. And look, no joke. Like, this finals, go through this with you guys. I'm going to be mushy here for a second.
Yeah.
This has been so cool, and being able to see the 2 of them relate to each other, the whole team relate to each other, has been so special. Yeah. And I'm having such a good time.
It's been amazing. It's been amazing. Honestly, there's only one thing that I would change, and Perk knows what it was. What is it, Perk?
I don't know.
It'd be you not being here.
Come on.
That would be the one thing that I would change. But look, back to the Bucks. Back to the Bucks.
Yes.
What they did was so impressive. Like, they weathered the injury storm. They did have some injuries, but Giannis being as tough as tough as he was, being able to through the hyper extended knee, it was impressive this year. They did everything that they needed to, including 17 for 19 from the free throw line when they needed it most.
Right.
But you know what else I think he made a statement on for us, the international players, right? And their brand and how big the NBA is expanding for us globally. Because when you think about it, right, you look at our last 3 MVPs. You got Giannis, and you have Jokic.
Yep.
So what it's saying is that now NBA scouts, NBA teams are going to start going overseas and searching for that next Giannis, searching for a next Jokic to come and be a part of their team. Because if you look at the character of Giannis, he's everything that you want as your franchise guy. As far as the way that he approaches the media, him carrying himself, everything about him.
He will be the first to tell you, though, guys, that he doesn't do it alone. Chris Middleton, such an important part of this championship run, of course, had that huge performance in Game 4, but also delivered those shots when it counted in the fourth quarter of last night's game.
Would you like to say something, Perk?
Well, wait.
Would you like the floor?
Wait.
Oh, no.
I spoke to Chris in the middle of all the celebration last night, and we actually talked about Kendrick Perkins. So take a listen.
Here we go. Run that.
So, Chris, on behalf of The Jump and my friend Kendrick Perkins, here is a money-making Middleton buck, 22 bucks, actually.
Appreciate that. First one. I'm going to put this on the fridge. Hopefully my daughter doesn't take it or steal it, but this will be my keepsake forever. Yeah.
Look, you got a lot of nicknames during this finals run, but the one we get to call you is Champ. What does it feel like to know that with all the scraping and scrapping and clawing and you and Giannis together 8 years ago that it turned into this?
It doesn't feel real yet. Hopefully it kick in pretty soon. But to be a champion is amazing. To be a champion with my brother Giannis is amazing. To be a champion with all my brothers in our locker room. They've been all amazing for us. Different guys in the lineup, different guys not playing, but whenever the name was called, they were always ready.
And I say scraping and clawing. You guys have talked about the fact that you would get back from practices and have actual scratch marks on your arms from each other. What do you remember about those days, the beginning of all this, and what you learned about being teammates?
I'd say the most important thing is that we were competitors, that we wanted to compete, we wanted to win, no matter who was on the other side of us, whether it was in practice, whether in games. It didn't always come to success, but we learned from our failures. To get to this point, it feels amazing, especially with him, with a lot of things that we've been through. to see the growth that he's taken as a person, as a player. I'm glad to see it all.
Now, in the locker room after the game, I know you guys were going crazy. There's been a lot of champagne spilled here, but you also got a visit from Suns coach Monty Williams. What did he say, and what did that mean to you?
He's a first-class head coach. Phoenix Suns, they're a great organization. They weren't in the title run last year, and they came out and got to this point. They were amazing all season long, all series long. But for Monty to come into our locker room and say congratulations to us and all that, that's one of the special moments that I'll remember for sure.
Now you are heading over to the Olympics. What is this turnaround going to be, and what do you expect from Team USA? Do you think you can get a gold medal and an NBA championship ring in basically the same 3-week stretch?
No, that would be amazing. Those guys have been working over there. I can't wait to join them. I know Drew and D-Book can't wait to join them. Those guys, they're amazing players. We're up against a tough field. The world has gotten better, but I feel we have some of the best athletes in the world that can get the job done for sure.
Well, again, in the words of my teammate, Kendrick Perkins, Team USA has money-making Middleton, so they should be okay. Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah, money-making Middleton. We know what it is, right? But you know what? Let me say this. If after watching this Bucks team win a championship, after watching these guys do their post-game interviews and listening to these guys speak and the character that they shown, and you're not happy for this Milwaukee Bucks team, guess what? You're just a bona fide hater, okay? You're a bona fide hater. If you're not happy for this Milwaukee Bucks team and Giannis and Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday and how they go about carrying themselves, you're a hater.
Well, no, you are a hater, and that's the beautiful thing about this, is that there are tons of haters out there. So there's going to be tons of people. There's going to be Bucks fans. There's going to be Philly fans. There's going to be Atlanta fans. That's the beautiful thing about what you get to do in these moments. You get to shut up all the haters for a few months, and then all of a sudden it's right back to defending what is yours. That is the championship.
And that's the true definition of a hater. When you have to remind them that it's only a few months and you have to get right back to it.
Yes, you do. Yeah, I know, because I want to make sure everybody understands the moment of trying to repeat, which the Milwaukee Bucks have the talent to do, literally starts in 4 days. Enjoy these next 3 days. No. Look, I've seen weird stuff of, MJ and Kobe getting in the gym like 48 hours after winning and losing a championship. It starts now. It starts now. The idea of repeating starts now.
The draft is next Thursday.
They don't care about the draft.
Can we give them a week?
Don't care about.
The Bucks.
I said 4 days. They get 4 days. They get 2 days. They get a little vacation. Middleton's got to go win us a gold medal.
I'm giving you guys a week, so enjoy that champagne.
Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday don't get a week.
They don't get a week.
Well, that's true. And Devin Booker. We are going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about the Sun side of things coming up also on this show to tell everyone he didn't buy them. They were a gift. But yeah, Giannis tried to get them from him after the game.
Who gives those types of gifts?
PJ Tucker had 0 points, but the highest plus minus
there
in the
you go.
game.
And an NBA championship trophy.
NBA
Missed
champion.
restraints. Fourth quarter now. Bobby Portis getting whistled for the foul. Woo, this high step got him teed up.
All right, don't call him Dion, call him Coach.
Woo! Woo! Then he couldn't be. We got the reference, but yeah,
he didn't get the reference.
Yeah. But look, I was a little surprised at the tee because it was away from the ref. But yes, it was probably.
You're not allowed to sprint down.
There you go.
I didn't even know this was coming. I really didn't. I swear. But call him Coach. Y'all hear me? Call him Coach. Don't call him Dion. I got you, Dion.
I'm gonna let that one ride. Let's move on to Drew Holiday. He made his mark for sure in these NBA Finals. Such an important piece for the Bucks. Finished 1 rebound shy of a triple-double last night, but I don't think he minded, friends. I caught up with him afterward. Take a listen. Drew Holiday, you now have 1 NBA title, which means the scorecard in your house is...
It's like 5-1, but at least I'm in the door.
That's right.
That's
right. Your wife, Lauren, of course, one of the expert soccer players of our era, Team USA, and all of her titles also in the professional league. What does it feel like to finally be able to say, I've got a ring too?
Man, right now it's unbelievable feeling, you're just kind of on this high. It's indescribable.
You've seen this on TV your whole life.
Yeah.
Does it feel real that you're in the middle of it?
No. No. I think dreaming about it and then actually experiencing it is it's definitely totally different, but it's all worth it.
When you found out, okay, they're going to make the trade happen, I'm going to Milwaukee, what was on your mind?
I mean, shout out to New Orleans because they did me right, you know. They sent me to a place where I could contend and ended up getting a ring. So, yeah, we did, boy. Yeah. Man, just being here was a blessing. It was a blessing from God that I landed here in my first year here. I got a ring. It's insane. Oops, sorry.
That's all right. So that guy that was just screaming behind us, that Giannis character, I mean, just an incredible stretch of games. And people are saying 4 in a row, but it was 5 in a row because he played great in Game 2 as well. Yeah. What can you say about him as a teammate and a leader?
Man, that's what you get. That's what you get, and
he's the man right here. Seriously,
owner Mark Lazarus.
Man, because of him, right here.
It's because of you, I'm here.
No, man, you're the best. We needed you, seriously.
Thanks, man. Love
His
you,
defense, everything he did.
Thanks,
I mean, without Drew, we weren't going anywhere.
When you traded for him, did you have a feeling this is where things would end?
I knew this is where things were going to end. I mean, I hope this is where things were going to end.
He guaranteed it. Yeah. He guaranteed it.
It was the best trade we ever did.
Thanks, man.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Love you,
bro. Love you.
He's the best.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's what you get from Giannis. You've seen it year in and year out. Yeah. You just put the right pieces around him, and he does what he does. He excels at the highest level.
All right, so can you guys repeat next year?
I'm not making any promises, but I definitely like to experience this feeling again. This is you don't just want to be one and done. You want to continue to do it.
Congratulations, Drew Holiday.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
It has been such an incredible journey. I've been covering him and his wife for such a long time. And he joked to me right before we started the interview that there's now parts of the house he's allowed into. Because before, Lauren would tell him, because of course, as I said, she's got several gold medals, championships herself as a soccer player. She would say, no, this is the champions part of the house. And now he gets to get into the champions part of the house.
The beautiful thing is, like, I've seen Drew support them. I actually went to the Women's World Cup final where they ended up losing in PKs to Japan. And to see him support her, and then to see him support her through, the brain tumor and all that stuff. The fact that they have 2 champions in their houses of the highest of levels is one of the more impressive things that I've seen.
Well, you know how I feel about Drew. He's one of my top 5 teammates of all time. Played with him in New Orleans, great guy. But he is probably the best wing defender, guard defender in the NBA. Like, he didn't score the ball well last night, but when you watch his impact on the defensive end and the way that he guarded Devin Booker, he was hugging him like a cheap suit last night. And look, you're a problem on the defensive side when every player that you guard goes in the corner and just stands there, wants no part of that action. I'm happy for Drew, well deserved, especially what he do outside of basketball, giving back to the community every single time, every yearly, and I'm talking about millions.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Coming up, we've got more coverage of last night's game. We've also got new Dallas Mavericks head coach Jason Kidd joining the show. We're going to ask him about his time coaching Giannis, actually, because Giannis thanked Jason from the podium last night. We'll also talk about Luka, Porzingis, and Texas, a Hall of Fame player himself, an NBA champion himself. Welcome now to the new head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rachel.
So glad to have you. And look, I want to talk all about the new job. I want you to tell I want you to tell all the stories, frankly, about Richard Jefferson. But before we get to either one of those things, I do want to hit on what happened here in Milwaukee last night. This team won a championship. I know you poured your heart and soul into this franchise when you were here. Giannis gives you so much credit for how his career developed. I want you to take a listen to what he said about you last night.
Jason Kidd that came to the team and pushed me, told me do not shoot, but okay, I develop other parts in my game, get into the rim, shoot the mid-range shot, just be dominant, get to the free throw line.
So what was your reaction to that and seeing him win finals MVP?
I'm just in awe because of his journey. When he first came here to the States as a young man and the work that he's put in, I did tell him not to shoot early on, but as you can see, his game has expanded. he's just a great human being on and off the floor. And I was just lucky enough to be in his life early and hopefully gave him some foundation. And you saw that, I thought, last night, just his composure. His work ethic is like no other. And I'm happy for the city of Milwaukee. I'm happy for the owners, Mark Lazary. And I'm also happy for Chris Middleton because he was part of that journey early on. And so to see those two win a championship is incredible. Again, dreams come true.
Now, I know that Giannis is not lying because I remember at 21 you telling me not to shoot. Don't shoot, just drive, just get to the free throw line. What are you doing? Right? But I continue. He was keeping it real, and I listened to him. You listen to Jay Kidd, you're gonna, you're gonna be successful. But I wanted to ask you about Luka. Luka is a very different player, very talented. What is something that you feel that you can help Luka improve on, or is there an area of his game that you're like, when he adds this, it'll change everything for him?
Well, Luka is a different player. When you look at someone who's 22 years old and what he's accomplished early on in his career is amazing. I'm not going to tell him not to shoot. He can shoot the ball. My job is to help make the game easier for him. Understanding the game within the game. Understanding, how to get guys going. Become a better leader. He's already a leader at 22, but to help him with that leadership quality and again, help him in every aspect of the game to try to make it easy. That's what we did with Giannis in Milwaukee. And again, I won't tell him not to shoot like I did with you and Giannis, but I wanted you guys to be successful. I knew your strengths, and that was to get to the basket or get to the free throw line. And you made a lot of money doing that.
And to keep working on the other parts. I made a lot of money. I made a lot of money with you, Jay Kidd.
Well, I can't tell. But look, Jay Kidd, look, your boy Big Perk, congratulations, man, on the new head coaching job. I wanted to tell you that first and foremost. But you said that Luka and Porzingis is a perfect fit with Luka, right? I want to ask you, what makes them work well together, like in your eyes?
Well, I think when you look at what they can do, they both have a skill set. They know how to put the ball in the basket. When you look at KP, he can stretch the defense. His range is from half court. Also, I think getting KP back to what he did in New York, being able to put the ball on the floor, one dribble, stop and pop, being able to post up, being able to turn around, be aggressive, being able to dunk. I remember a lot of highlights when he was, putting the ball on someone's head. And so getting him back to that era of his basketball where he was having fun.
Absolutely.
Well, look, you also have a new partner in the front office, Nico Harrison. What conversations have you guys had about how you want to build a team around Luka for next season and get more parts to make you guys real championship contenders?
Well, when you talk about Nico, he knows all the players, not just here in the United States, but throughout the whole world. He was the head of Nike basketball, and so we're very lucky. I'm very lucky to have him as a teammate. He wants to build a championship team. He knows how to build and how to build a winner. And so again, I think we're very lucky to have him a part of our team, and I can't wait to see what he does this summer. This is an important summer for him, his first summer, and I know he's going to get the right pieces for us to compete for a championship.
Now, Jay, I had the pleasure of being with the Dallas Mavericks for one season, but Mark Cuban, who I think is probably the best owner in all of sports, one of the funnier ones, one of the more colorful ones. What's it like to now go back and, you've been there as a player, but to now work with him as a head coach? Are you excited about working with Cubes?
I'm excited. Again, you brought up being here to win a championship with Cube. I believe he's one of the, if not the best owner in sports. Again, he shoots straight. He lets you know where you stand. And now to be a head coach, I know he's going to have ideas and probably plays for me to run. So I'm excited to see if those plays work. And if they don't work, I'll take the blame.
Yeah. Well, before we let you go, you know that we play a game here on The Jump called What Were You Thinking? We played it with you before, Jason, but this time is a special edition because we've got you and Richard here together. So this is What Were You Thinking, Jason Kidd, with Richard edition. These are only plays with Richard. So first off, I have to ask, what were you thinking when you had eyes in the back of your head on this crazy pass to Richard you're about to see?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was just hoping that he was
J-Kid
going
is
to
the
keep
reason why I
running.
didn't rebound. Yes. Because he was hoping that I was going to let. He's like, Richard, just run. Just run.
Run out of
Don't
the
do
arena?
anything. Don't do anything. Just run, and I'll get you the ball.
You really started losing your hair that early?
Yeah, no, I used to shave my head early. You know, I wanted to be like J-Kid. Me and J-Kid used to do that
hair.
one against the grain. Yeah, a little.
Aww.
Yeah, so.
Now that one you were nice enough to set him up properly, but in this one, Jason, what were you thinking, please, when you just completely ignored Richard to pop the ball to Vince Carter instead? Take a look at this one.
Oh yeah, my days were numbered.
Look at that.
I think Vince just took me to dinner the night before.
Look, he's
So
right there. He's
Yeah, that's it. Look, my hands are ready. Hey, stay ready. Stay ready.
Richard
That's
was
one thing
ready.
you're gonna know with J-Kid is stay ready. Yeah,
Richard
don't
was a
worry.
great
And look,
decoy.
that's what it was. We had those wings running. Yes.
great decoy.
Thanks.
Look at that.
That's a team
Hey, let me say this to everybody. J-Kid is number 2 all time in assists. He's got more assists to me than anybody else in his career. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Might be a fact, and it's kind of fun for me.
That's the
Great
honor,
analytic,
Richard, the honor.
RJ.
That's a Hall of
Analytics.
Famer calling you a great decoy.
It is an honor for him
What's
to
on
have
that
such
play?
a great finisher as an assist. Oh, my bad.
All right, so last one, Jace, I have to ask you, what were you thinking when you, as an opponent of Richard's, set him up to take a clear path foul?
What is this nonsense? Where do you guys find this stuff?
My acting skills were bad. I flopped.
See, yeah, he flops. See, everybody want to get on Chris Paul for doing this. This is and Trae Young. Everybody want to get on Trae Young and Chris Paul. This is J-Kid, one of the legends, doing this. Like, come on, man. Setting a bad example for the kids, Jay.
Jason,
sorry.
I expect some of this film to show up in your coaching tapes.
Okay.
I expect some of this film to show up in your coaching tapes over the next season. We're really happy for you and Nico and the whole crew over there. We can't wait to see what you guys do next. We'll see you at the draft, Jason Kidd.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me. Thanks, Perk.
Awesome, Jason.
Thanks,
Thank
RJ.
you so
Thanks,
much.
Rachel.
Coming up after. Can you process what you've learned from it, or is that going to take a while?
I think it's going to take me a minute, you know. I just don't take it for granted. It's hard to get here. And I wanted it so bad, you know. It's hard to process right now. It's hard, you know. That's all.
Just hard to see someone that we all have so much respect for going through a difficult time. Richard, what do you think the Suns will take away from this whole experience?
That like you said, everything is on the other side of hard, and it's hard to get there. I had 13-year gap between my last time and then my most recent time. So that just shows you it doesn't matter, you know, how hard you work, how hard you need some things to go your way. And the Phoenix Suns had a magical season. They were so impressive all year. You know, I think to me, you know, being a Phoenician and a person that watched the 93 team, this year was more magical. Because before you had the MVP and Charles Barkley and you had all this and you had a loaded team and people expected you. This was an unexpected year. You had a 10-year drought in the postseason, and then you get this young core with Chris Paul and the rest of the veterans to get all the way to the finals and win 2 games is impressive.
It's very impressive. And when you saw Monty getting like emotional, that wasn't just because of his feelings, but he felt that for his players, which goes to show me that that locker room was tight-knit, that it was a real family environment, and those guys really wanted to win. And look, they're young, and I think experience kicked in. They were on the road in a hostile environment, but for us human beings to be around, he's genuine. Nothing with him is like has a hidden agenda. So, you know, I just want to give the Phoenix Suns a shout out for having an impressive season. First time being in the playoffs in a decade, reaching the finals. I mean, it was a huge accomplishment.
Huge.
Yeah, and look, we say a lot in the NBA over the decades, hey, a team has to get there and then get over that, past that hump before they win. It's very rare for a team to, say, win a title their first time in the playoffs, right? So we saw Michael Jordan have to get past that hump of Detroit, right? We saw LeBron James have to get past that hump of the Boston Celtics. We're seeing the Phoenix Suns, who skipped so many steps in record time because they earned it, because they put in that work as a family, as you said, Perk. You can feel their closeness there. Well, they didn't win the finals, but I do think that this speaks to their future as a team and as a franchise, and just the close-knit vibe that they have together is going to carry.
No, 100%. And understand this, too. The Milwaukee Bucks, who are champions, they've had two very difficult postseasons.
Yes,
maybe if you go back a little bit further, but very, very difficult postseasons that potentially could have gotten the coach fired, potentially could have had Giannis leave town. There was a lot of different things that could have happened that everybody was like, hey, if Giannis were to leave, nobody would have really faulted him. If they would have fired Coach Budenholzer, nobody really would have faulted Milwaukee. But they stuck together. And sometimes you're going to need those bad moments, those valleys, to get back up on top.
In fact, funny you should mention that, Richard, because Malika Andrews was with Giannis last night, and they talked about why he felt he had to stay in Milwaukee.
Throw lobs over here.
The city of Milwaukee. You chose to stay here when there were many folks who said it would be easier done somewhere else. Does it mean more to you to win here, to win like this?
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing feeling, you know, and doing for the people that believed in you, man. The people that drafted you. John Hammond, you know, brought me to the team. He's not here with us, but I know he's somewhere happy and watching the game. And everybody that worked in order for us to be in this position, but like just doing for this city, for this team, with my guy Chris, you know, like we might never win another one. It's fine. Like we did it, you know, we did what we were supposed to do, and I'd rather do it this way, win one this way, than go somewhere else in a super team and win 2 or 3 without Chris. You know, without my guy that we were together from the beginning. You know, I felt comfortable with the decision I made. Happy to stay in the city, and it worked out.
It worked out indeed. Now, we have seen both of these teams. Look, they all had new additions. It's not like there's two completely homegrown teams. Chris Paul came to Phoenix. We saw, of course, Drew Holiday come to Milwaukee. Bobby Portis, we'll talk about him in a minute.
PJ Tucker.
But still, this is different from the Brooklyn Nets model, the way they did it in the last couple of seasons. So, Perk, do you think that the way the Bucks won this title, the way the Phoenix Suns made it to the finals, might make some teams feel they could go this route of mostly building through the draft and then tweaking as they go to a championship?
Yeah, well, later on, like a decade from now, but not right now. What it's going to do is make teams form together. You talk about super teams. Teams are going to say, you know what, Milwaukee won, but we still have to worry about a team like the Brooklyn Nets. So we still got to make sure. What's wrong?
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. I promise you we're going to say.
But I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Fired up this morning.
No, I'm not fired up. I'm cool. Right? So look. It's just like it's going to make others like think about this, like because the Milwaukee Bucks are not going anywhere. They got their 3 guys locked in, and that performance that Giannis put on last night was, I mean, like he could make a statement that, you know, he's the best player in the NBA.
Yeah, and I'm tired of it. I'll just admit it. I'm so tired of this nonsense. And I respect what Giannis is talking about. This is what I'm saying. But I'm saying people that want to criticize, you know, people for staying or people for leaving. Let's just kind of eliminate that. Because you know what? Kevin Garnett wasn't drafted by the Celtics. Neither was Ray Allen. Right? So a lot of this happens over the course. Like, you know what? Shaq wasn't drafted by the Lakers. No one questions, you know, what Shaq and Kobe did.
I'm messing with it.
Go on there. Dennis Rodman wasn't drafted by the Bulls. No one wants to talk about that. And that man was a Hall of Famer when he showed up. If he didn't do anything other than when he showed up, he was going to be a Hall of Famer.
Today.
So we're going to sit here and talk about, I didn't want to go here. The league has been littered with super teams. The reason why the Celtics have won 10 championships before anything got started, because they had a full-on super team, and there was only 8.
You've been preaching the gospel so much. Look, you've been preaching the gospel so much. I want you to.
We're going to continue.